once again, welcome back to the show. In today's episode, I'm going to review a arcade game, or a part of an arcade game. It came out for the N64. It's a cool little racing game I thought I'd do, and it's called Cruis'n USA. So anyway, let's cruise the USA, and let's start those fancy credits, and, again, do some cruising! Cruis'n USA came out in 1996 for the N64. It was based on the arcade game of the same name, which was released in 1994. Of course, though, I'd heard that it was at the time of its arcade release, people said the game was running at, I think Nintendo said, the game was running using Nintendo 64 hardware. But when in actuality, later on they said it wasn't. So when they made the game, they had to lessen, or I don't want to say dumb down, but I'll say dumb down the hardware, or they had to lessen or dumb down, or whatever you want to use. But anyway, of course, basically it's a racing game where you race across the United States. And it's cool, and it's pretty awesome. Anyway, of course, in the game, you start on the West Coast and race to the East Coast. It's kind of funny because one of these tracks, which you go from the lower 48, like Arizona or something, all the way to South Dakota. Apparently, you can do that within the space of a couple minutes, because you start out in the Grand Canyon. Then you'll see, hey, look, the game goes, look, there's Mount Rushmore. So apparently in the span of two game minutes, in 2 minutes, you apparently can travel over a good chunk of the United States. Funny, it's funny how that is, eh? And also for the course of this playthrough, as you can see, I didn't do too well. I think for this review, I raced on that said Grand Canyon to South Dakota course. But some of those courses took me quite a bit of trying to do so. But as you can see, hopefully, as I kept not making it, I kind of learned oh, I can do this, and this, and was able to pass it then after that pretty quickly. And also to note, I think that the control wise, it is very twitchy. The control stick is very touchy. I'll say touchy because if I want to turn, you really go wee, you're really turning, and you have to. And I found out, as you can tell by this playthrough, I was kind of swerving all over the place, so I had to use subtle movements. I won't go on this side of the road or so what have you. So if you do get this game, it can be really twitchy at times, so be careful if you want to play this. But I thought I enjoyed this pretty well. And to start from, when you first start a race, when you first begin this game, you can choose from, I think, 4 different cars. And of course, because Midway did not get the actual licensing names for the cars like Chevy or all those car brands, they used fictitious names for them. But you'll know what they are when you pick them. And also, there are also hidden vehicles. And a school bus, I think, a police car, and I think something else, I forget. But I'll leave that for you to find, or you can look it up or whatever. I haven't unlocked those yet, but I remember reading about those in Nintendo Power and stuff like that. Anyway, I thought this game was alright. I know I had seen this game in the arcades back in the day. And I think I might have played it. I forget, it's been so long. but I found this game at my local store for about a couple bucks. So I thought it was worth picking up since it wasn't like 60 or 50 or whatever. I thought it was fun. If you don't mind the controls being a little twitchy, and if you can adjust to that, give it a shot. And I know they did make sequels to this game on the N64 as well on the arcade, I think. But I know the N64 ones were Cruis'n World and Cruis'n Exotica. I think I have Cruis'n World around here in my collection, but I'll review that at a later time. But anyway, I myself enjoyed it, even though with the twitchy controls, I did get used to them. Even though I still swerve a bit, but I thought it was alright. But anyway, though, with that said, I'll give my recommendation scale as mildly recommended. And as usual, if you live in or around South St. Paul, Minnesota, or the Minnesota Twin Cities metro area, please visit my awesome friends at Level Up Games. And actually, quickly, as of this moment, they just finished another expansion, and that's to accommodate tournaments and card tournaments like Magic and stuff like that. So they've used what was in there. They devoted more for games and other awesome things. And also they also do, besides games and collectible card games like Magic and stuff, they also have like awesome geek toys like figurines and tabletop board games and graphic novels and comic books and comics and among other awesome things. And I think their thing is here. The picture is here. Although I gotta get an updated picture, I think. And their address and website and stuff is down below. Anyway, if you're watching this on YouTube, peachy steak. And if you like what you see, please subscribe. And also, I have an Instagram and a Twitter account, and that stuff's down below as well as my Facebook fan group page. So give them a look as well. Well, anyway, I had this review be a little bit shorter. I didn't have too much more to say, but I hope. But anyway, though, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode of Power Up.